Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something that maybe sounds a bit frivolous on the surface, but it's actually, I think, a masterclass in high-level logistics, and maybe brand management too.
Definitely.
We're focusing on one relationship, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. We're using them really as a way to understand the kind of infrastructure you need for privacy when you're operating at that global billionaire level.
Yeah, it's a fascinating case study because you got these two huge figures from, well, pretty different worlds of celebrity, right?
Totally different.
One's this global makeup mogul, 28 now, I think. Her whole brand is built on being hyper-visible, instant, social media driven.
Right.
And then him, he's 29, the serious Oscar-nominated actor. His success really hinges on, artistic credibility, maintaining a bit of mystique, some privacy.
Exactly. So for them to even be a couple, it must take this level of operational coordination that, like you said, feels almost military.
It really does.
So our reporting today centers on one specific event, a cross-continental trip that's been described as a very sweet gesture. We're talking Kylie Jenner flying like super fast across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
To support Chalamet at a film festival premiere in New York, a pretty serious one too.
And that timeline is where it gets really interesting, analytically speaking, because this wasn't just, oh, I'll pop over. It shows this incredible ability to deploy resources almost instantly. Jenner was apparently at the Miu Miu fashion show in Paris.
In Paris, yeah.
Just hours, mere hours before she pops up in New York City.
That jump front row in Paris to backstage in Manhattan,
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole story right there, isn't it?
It is.
We're not talking about booking a last-minute first-class flight. This is having, like, air travel capabilities basically on speed dial.
Right. What does it actually take logistically to move someone, 3,600 miles?
Yeah.
In that short amount of time? Just to show up for a film premiere.
And not just any premiere, but, like, a serious festival screening.
Right. It implies there's already planning in place, even if the decision to go was spontaneous,
Oh, so yeah.
Well, to get a private plane in the air that quickly, it's not just about the owner being free. You need pilots on call, ground crew ready, international clearances sorted, security details coordinated at both ends, destination management. Everyone has to be ready to go now.
Wow.
So the gesture itself, yeah, it seems romantic, sweet. But underneath, it reveals this intense foundation of money and, frankly, human resources making that spontaneity possible.
And the reason for this incredibly quick, expensive trip, it was the premiere of Chalamet's new film, Marty Supreme, part of the New York Film Festival's secret screening program.
Right, NYFF 63 secret screening. So, a pretty big deal in the film world. Not exactly a casual movie night.
He was there with Josh Safdie to introduce it.
Which just underlines the tension, doesn't it? You use this massive, almost invisible machinery to achieve maximum discretion. The report said that once they were backstage, they were both dressed head to toe in black, trying, quote, to go under the radar.
Ah, the celebrity version of under the radar. I always find that fascinating.
They do.
Like you can't actually be invisible, so you create this sort of highly visible camouflage instead.
Exactly. It's perfect. Jenner was in like a cropped short sleeve shirt, low-rise pants, pretty standard, trendy, but casual look.
Okay.
Chalamet went for the classic serious actor trying not to be noticed uniform. Baseball cap, glasses, bomber jacket.
Right, the disguise.
It's the ultimate contradiction, isn't it? Spend a fortune flying private for privacy, then rely on a baseball cap hoping nobody sees you.
But maybe it's not about not being seen, but controlling how you're seen. Managing the sighting.
That's a really good point. Yeah, controlling the terms of engagement, basically.
So this whole logical disconnect, the huge effort for the trip, versus the attempt at low visibility, that brings us right to why they need this secrecy in the first place. They've apparently been dating since, early 2023?
Seems about right.
But the relationship is kept very tightly managed. As private as possible is the phrase used.
And the reporting is pretty explicit about why. It really seems to boil down to protecting Chalamet's professional image, his brand.
Right.
The source says he wants to be taken seriously in his work. And his reputation is built on, serious cinema, art house films, staying a bit removed from all the noise.
It's a tabloid churn.
Exactly.
So it's not just two people dating. It's almost like a strategic merger of brands that have competing interests.
That's a great way to put it. Jenner's world needs that constant access, that public validation. Chalamet's needs distance, curation to maintain that artistic vibe.
So the logistics, the private jets, the secrecy, it's all deployed to manage that separation. To keep his image intact.
Pretty much. Imagine if he was suddenly all over her TikTok or Instagram stories constantly. It could dilute that carefully built image he has.
Yeah, I can see that.
So the infrastructure, the whole operation, it seems designed to let the relationship exist mainly in the physical world, off the digital grid as much as possible.
And we see that boundary pretty clearly, right? Like the rules they seem to follow. We know they've never posted each other on social media.
Correct. That seems to be the hard line. That's non-negotiable for his brand, it seems.
But there are compromises.
Oh, sure. You have to have some. They've been to multiple awards shows together, which at their level is almost unavoidable, right? Given their industries.
Necessary visibility.
Exactly. But, and this is key, they've only walked the red carpet together side by side once.
Just once. Wow.
Yeah. So that one walk might be like the negotiated minimum public acknowledgement. It says, yes, we're serious, without turning it into a constant media circus.
Oh, okay.
So the vast majority of the time together has to be strategically behind closed doors or, backstage.
Which then dictates the scale of effort needed, especially when work pulls them apart, like Chalamet filming Dune, Part 3 in Budapest recently.
Right. And that's where we see this move beyond just one quick flight. It becomes about a sustained strategy for managing the relationship across distances.
They hadn't been seen together for a bit because he was so tied up with filming.
But then we learned something really telling about how Jenner handles that physical distance.
This is the on standby part, right?
Yes. The reporting says she secretly jets off to see him when she can. And this next bit is, well, it's kind of mind-blowing. She keeps her private jet on standby in case he needs to go somewhere fast.
Okay, let's pause on that. On standby.
Yeah.
That's not just having a plane available. That means having pilots, crew, maintenance, fuel, everything ready to go internationally. 244/7.
That's what it implies. It's an enormous continuous expense. It's basically maintaining a private global airline for two people. It's an infrastructure built purely for connectivity.
It changes the whole idea of the relationship, doesn't it? It's not just emotional connection.
Yeah.
It's underpinned by this constant global logistical readiness.
Absolutely. A massive ongoing resource drain just to make spontaneous connection always possible, no matter where they are in the world.
And sometimes all that effort allows for moments that almost look normal. Like that coffee shop sighting back in August when he was filming in Buda, Hungary.
Right. That was their version of a casual date.
It's kind of amazing.
Right.
Fans saw them, said they were super nice and kind, and the details are perfect. Jenner smiling in a black tank top.
And Chalamet trying desperately to blend in by pulling his white t-shirt over his head.
Which just goes to show, even when they succeed at having a normal moment, it's still framed by their extreme fame. One of them literally has a shirt over his head like a hood.
True. And you remember that moment, that coffee shop visit, was only possible because the whole team probably worked for days to get her there quietly.
Allowing that brief bit of, unscripted reality.
Exactly.
And this intense planning isn't just for travel, right? It seems to extend to other things, like relationship milestones. Her birthday in August, they had to spend it apart because he was filming.
Yeah, and he apparently went to great lengths to make up for it. The reports didn't just say gifts and a FaceTime call. It said he coordinated meaningful gestures with her friends. Now, that takes logistical planning, too.
How so?
Well, coordinating with her friends, probably across time zones, making sure things happen at the right moment. Someone on his team must be working with someone on her team or directly with her friends to make sure that emotional effort lands perfectly, even though he's physically absent.
It's relationship management via project management.
Pretty much.
And we absolutely have to factor in the other huge layer of complexity here. Kylie Jenner is a mom.
Crucial point, yeah.
She has 2 young children, Stormy, who's 7, and Air, who's 3 with her ex, Travis Scott.
Which makes the whole private jet on standby lifestyle exponentially more complicated.
Right. A spontaneous trip across continents isn't just grabbing your passport. It means coordinating childcare, nanny schedules, maybe even school.
Co-parenting logistics with Scott's team.
It must require flawless scheduling, constant communication between multiple teams, personal, professional, childcare. It's not just money. It's incredible organizational skill.
Absolutely. Requires serious mastery of complex schedules.
So when we circle back to that New York trip, calling it a sweet gesture, we get that it means something much bigger now.
Definitely.
It wasn't just a sudden romantic impulse. It was a high-stakes, perfectly executed logistical operation. It needed multiple global schedules to align just right.
It's the ultimate blend of like personal feeling and corporate level infrastructure. The relationship isn't just held together by feelings, it's sustained by operational excellence, all designed to protect two very different, very valuable celebrity brands.
You need a whole team just to carve out quiet moments together.
That's it exactly.
The level of management is just staggering. What we're really seeing is the sheer amount of resources, planning, scheduling mastery it takes for two people at this level to get any genuine connection while still trying to keep up that appearance of discretion.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. We've talked about the huge financial cost of keeping that whole team on standby for romance. That's one thing. But what's the real cost?
Beyond the money.
Beyond the money. What's the cost in maybe freedom? In time, the emotional energy required from both of them to always have those resources deployed, to be constantly ready for the next logistical move.
Just to grab an hour backstage somewhere private.
Exactly. Is that constant need for operational readiness? Is that in itself another kind of relentless performance, even when you're trying to be off stage?
A heavy price for a quiet moment indeed.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with that thought, the true cost of operating under the radar. Until next time, keep digging deeper.